Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with a video about my makeup collection. I'm doing this because recently I gave away, I'm gonna say 90% of my makeup. It just was sitting over here and it wasn't getting used. So I gave it to a friend of mine who works for the sheriff's department. She works with women who have left bad relationships and they are trying to find jobs and they do makeovers on them. So if you want to give makeup away, call the sheriff's department. This is the stuff I kept and I thought we'd go through it and see what I still want to keep. We'll probably toss some more and I'll tell y'all what I kept. And today we're going to do face products. This may be a couple of videos. All right, and we're going to start with primers, and I will tell y'all I don't use primers very much. I probably should have given all these away, and the only reason I didn't is because I'm afraid I'll buy them again. I'm afraid these I would buy again. I would forget and be like, well, wasn't that good? Don't I need that? And I would repurchase it. There's one exception, and I've purchased this since my clean out, and that is the Airbrush by Charlotte Tilbury. And this you spray on before your makeup, and it immediately airbrushes you. And then you put it on after you put your makeup on, and it airbrushes you again. This is so good. I can't imagine why I would use anything but this. So I probably will clean some of these out. The Lancome La Base is a silicone primer. I know Mary Glitzy Fritzy loves this. This makes your skin look really good and primed before you put your makeup on, and it gives it a nice, kind of a slick silicone feel. It feels really nice. So I've hung on to that one. The Cover Effects. Okay, this is a gripping primer, and it really hangs on to your makeup. I'm gonna toss this. I've had this forever. It's almost empty. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it because if I used it, it would just to use it up. I also have, I saved the Lorac, what is this? The Pro Skin. And I remember this makes your skin really pretty before you start your makeup. I wanna give some of these away though. There's no way I will ever use them. Okay, I'm going to hang on to that. I'm going to keep hanging on to that. I am going to get rid of this, though, the Smashbox Primerizer, because this is kind of a moisturizing primer, and I don't need any moisture, and it's the dead of winter. If I need moisture, I add it in other ways. I have the NYX Angel Veil, and this makes your skin look nice and smooth before you start your makeup, but not any more than the Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm going to give that. When I say toss it, I'm going to give it. The MAC Strobe Cream. Okay, I have two strobe-like, and I really only need to keep one of these. I have the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Illuminating, and I have the MAC Strobe Cream. I'm going to give one of these away. Y'all let me know which one you think I should keep. It's been so long since I've used either one, I don't know. But I'm going to keep one and give one. Y'all let me know down below which one to keep and which one to give. The Tatcha Primer. The reason I'm hanging on to this is because I'm afraid I would repurchase it. You know what? I'm going to give the one in the pot away. I've had this for several years and I've only used that much. I don't need moisture. One of these would suffice. So I'm going to keep this one and try it again, and I may end up giving it, but I'm going to give this one. Okay, then I have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I've heard such good things about this, and I remember it was very smoothing. Very smoothing. Feels nice. But you know what? I've had this forever and I haven't used it. And I have 5 others, and that's kind of my magic number. Keep 5. Give everything else away. That allows me to try new things and not just be bombarded over here. So I'm going to give the e.l.f. So I'm giving the NYX, the Tatcha, 2 Smashboxes, and the e.l.f. And that has me keeping the Lorac the Tatcha, and the Lancome La Base. That's a nice number. Okay, next we're going to move on to concealers. And I didn't really give any concealers, but I probably could. Okay, I kept the Maybelline Magic Eraser and the MAC in the pot. I think this is the Studio Fix or Studio Finish. This is the color corrector. And I had Bleph last summer, and I don't need color correctors anymore. So I have these, but they're just sitting there. This one that is brand new, I'm going to give because that is so good, and I think they would really use that. The MAC in the pot, I'm going to give that to a friend, not a stranger, because it's not as neat. I saved the Nars in the pot, the mattifying. If you have not ever tried this, this is so good overall for an initial application, a touch-up. I use this for touch-ups. If I need a freshening during the day, I get a brush, kind of a fluffy eye brush. Dip this in, and this is so good. If you have stubborn dark circles, you would love that. Okay, I also kept a cover stick. I use this for my lips. So that is like a lipstick lightener. I have that. The ones that I'm using every day, I definitely will keep and always replace, and that is the Shape Tape. I use that on my inner corner and as an eyeshadow base. And the Pat McGrath, so good. I love it. It's kind of between... it's not too thin and it's not too thick. It's thinner than the Shape Tape, so it spreads really nicely. It's got a little bit of a sticking factor. It really sticks on, but not sticky. So I love the Pat McGrath. Nice cover on that. This is what I have on today, these two. Okay, I'm thinking about tossing or giving these two Makeup Forevers. I'm going to hang on to them and try them, but if I don't like them, I will give them, probably to my niece or sister. I don't really like to give used liquid products, but I'll give those to somebody if I don't like them. The Kosas I'm going to go ahead and give because I remember feeling like I ought to like that, but I don't like it as much as I feel like I ought to. Sometimes I love it and sometimes I don't. So I think I'm going to give this. I may try it one more time. And then if I don't like it, I'll give it. I'll probably end up giving all of those because I have others I love. All right, moving on to foundations. I gave away a lot. I remember I gave away a Chanel, some Maybellines. I have my tried and true that I really love and I will always keep. And the one I use every day is the Tarte Concealer. And I love this. I wear it in Fair Sand. One pump does almost my whole face. If I was going to do my whole face, I would do a pump and a half. But I like my makeup, full cover. It's buildable, medium to full, buildable. And I love this. It's a good luminous skin finish, and I can mattify it. You can see I can mattify it. To use up some of my other foundations, I'm also using, through my T-Zone, a matte foundation. And I really like to do that so I don't get slick during the day. What I'm using right now and I have on today in my T-Zone is the Lancome Tint Adol. I'll tell y'all, I don't like this all over my face. It's just never been my favorite all over my face. It's not as perfecting as some other mattifying foundations. But I do love this when I just use it in my T-Zone and, with these two together. So I do love that on my T-Zone. I also repurchased and always keep the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. And I'll use this through my T-Zone. And this is beautiful. It's beautiful all over the face if you need a mattifying foundation. I also kept the It CC. When I use this, it is beautiful. And I always think, why don't I use that more? But it is a little bit slick. And it's been sitting here for forever. So I think I'm going to clean this out. I think I'm going to give that to my friend Tanya. And I'm going to let her, use that on her ladies. That hurts a little bit, but it's just sitting there. The Estee Lauder Double Wear, I had tossed this and then dragged it back out. I don't like this all over my face anymore because I like this so much, the Found Sealer, but I think I'll like it through my T-zone. So I'm definitely keeping it. This is, if I like the Tint a Doll through my T-zone, I know I'll like this. So I'm keeping the Double Wear. Okay, next, y'all, these Cliniques. I love these, and I even like these not mixed with the Found Sealer. They're just, Clinique does a beautiful foundation. This Beyond Perfecting with the doe foot is beautiful. It is just a good skin, natural finish. And it's beautiful. When I feel like I need a little extra help, I'll sometimes use this underneath my Found Sealer on a bad day. You know, not a lot of sleep, or, you know, just my skin's not looking good. This is so pretty, or over something, just to give it a beautiful finish. And I also love these. I have two of them because of the color. Even Better Refresh. And I have been mixing this with my Found Sealer for the color of it. And it's just beautiful. And to use it up, I don't want to get rid of these. These are so pretty on their own. I would say a medium cover that you can build. So I love these Cliniques, the Even Better Refresh and the Beyond Perfecting. And then I have two of these Nars Sheer Glow because I was afraid they were going to, I'm afraid they're going to cancel it, discontinue it. And I love these. On a day that I don't need as much help as my Found Sealer, this is beautiful. It's a good skin finish. It's not going to replace my Found Sealer, but it kind of makes it even better. So I like to mix these two. But on its own, this is beautiful. I know they have some new stuff. This is the Sheer Glow, the oldie but goodie. And I love it. I wear this in Salzburg. Okay, next powders. And I have a lot. I really... I'm stunned how many powders I still have. Hold on. I'm dropping them. I am stunned how many powders I still have. Okay, let's jump into these. Derma Blend, I will keep. I will always keep that, I think, for a setting powder. It's just a transparent, not translucent, transparent setting powder. I love it. I just put a thin layer of that on and follow it with a finishing powder. The Huda. This is a backup, and I have another one down here. This is what I put on my inner corner to set my under eye, and I love this because it's white. This is Sugar Cookie, so it's very brightening. I have recently purchased this Guerlain Prism Libre, and I love this. This is where I'm a little extra, and I set with my Huda, and I brighten even more with this Prism Libre. This has the pink and the purple and the light green and the white. This is the lightest. It is very brightening for the under eye, and it is very blurring for the under eye. I don't use it out here. I just use it in here. And I love them, and I think they are worth that little bit of extra. Okay, I saved the It Bye Bye Pores Pressed. This is still one of my favorites. I carry it in my purse. It is, no, I keep this in my bathroom. It's one of my favorite finishing powders and touch-ups during the day. I can't see that going anywhere. I love that. I will also keep the MAC Studio Fix or Finish. This is the powder foundation. And this, if your foundation doesn't cover enough, finish it out with this. And it just adds that little bit of extra without caking up a liquid. It's beautiful. And anytime on my forehead, I like to go lighter on my foundation. This is a good time for it. Put it on that forehead so you don't have to have a lot of messy liquid up there. And you can see it just perfects, and it's a foundation. So you get a little bit of extra cover. So when I need that extra, I use this. I carry one in my purse, and I have one in here. Okay, next, the Nakia Joy Finishing Powder. This is beautiful. I used this today, and it is just so blurring. When I do my setting spray, the Charlotte Tilbury, it gives it a flawless look, and then this on top of that, it's just double filter. It's like a filter for your face. This is beautiful. So I will keep the Nikia Joy. Okay, the Urban Decay, y'all, tell me what you think about that. I may just need to use it. It just hasn't gotten used. And I need to try it before I toss it. So I'm going to try this and see if I like it. I think this is a foundation. Yeah, I think this is a foundation. So I'll keep this and try it. I haven't given that a fair shot. The diffused light, I'm keeping this. It's in backup, but I remember I loved it. It's not as blurring and filtering and perfecting as some of my others, but I love this on my eyelid for a matte eyelid color or a brow bone color, or I just sometimes like to pick this up. I will keep the diffused light. This is my second or third one of this. I'll keep that. Dim light. Okay, I have another Hourglass. I don't know why I bought this because it's too dark for me. That is too dark, but that will be lovely to give to the shelter. I'm going to give that one. Ethereal light. I think I love this, but again, it hasn't had a big shot yet because I have so many other things, but I think I will love this. It's kind of like the loose Hourglass. Where is that? This may be kind of like the loose Hourglass, and I'm looking for it because I have that somewhere. I just repurchased it. And this ethereal light is lovely. So I'm keeping that. Okay, the Kosas. Y'all, this is a big favorite. People love this, and I just don't. I like it, but it doesn't have a lot of magic for me. That extra blur. So I'm giving this Kosas. It's only been used 3 or 4 times. Okay, I have several of these light skin mineralized by MAC. These are beautiful. I have 2 of them, and I guess I'll keep them so I don't repurchase them. I could give one and keep one, but if I'm going to use it, I'll keep it. So this is just a real nice one of those, like the Hourglass ethereal or the loose Hourglass, which I have somewhere. It just gives you a beautiful, not a glow like a highlighter, but it just is a little bit of magic on the face. And so I'm going to keep those. Okay, this number 7 is amazing. It is beautiful and adds a little bit of a cover. Very perfecting and blurring. I'm keeping this one. Okay, and then I just found one more. I have this Chantecaille. This was so not worth my splurge, y'all. It's a little peachy, orangey for my skin tone, and it just doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't give me that perfecting filter that so many others do. And I've given this several shots. I right now was keeping it for the mirror with my skincare, but I'm going to give this to my friend Tanya because this is lovely. It will make them feel special. It's a Chantecaille. So giving away a Chantecaille, a Jouer, an Hourglass, a Kosas, and a Maybelline. All right, and then setting sprays. I have the Fix Plus, and I'm definitely going to keep this for when I'm not trying to perfect or set, but I'm trying to take a powder look down. I love the Fix Plus for that, and I will definitely use those. You know what? I think I'll save this one and give this one because at a homeless or at a shelter, that'll make them feel special. So I'm going to give one of those. And then the Make It Last, this is very much like the Fix Plus. So I'm going to give that. And then I also have the Milani Make It Last Matte. And I don't really feel like, no, I'm going to keep this for the summertime. Because in the summertime, I do tend to get slick. So I'll keep this and the Fix Plus and then this all-nighter when I really need my makeup to last all day, like, 16 hours. This will make it not move. And I don't know if the Charlotte Tilbury does that. It might, but I don't know yet. But I do know the all-nighter does. Or if I'm having real estate pictures made, or you really need it to stick, you want to keep that around. And this comes in a travel if you want to try it. I'll give away a Fix Plus and this Milani Make It Last. I really do use the setting sprays, and I see a big difference with them. Primers, not so much, but setting sprays, it's the, it's going on top. And if it makes a difference in the longevity or the finish, that's worth it to me. So, all right, I think that's enough on this one. I don't want this to go too long. I'm going to put those in a box, and hang on, I'll show you what we're giving. Okay, that's not too bad considering I had already given away 90% of my makeup. We're going to give away that much more. So anyway, I believe that's all I have for you. I'll be back in a few weeks with color, and I think that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.